this series, done, dusted. They got to put their feet up and watch everybody else have fun. They become Squidward.
Didn't think that was coming out of your mouth. Here we go, folks. Red card. Hardpoint. First one of these we saw today. The Heretics looked sensational on. All bets are off. Pick'ems are in. Actually, your Pick'ems might be in tatters after today. Minor one has been spicy, let's say that much. Here we go, though. Our first map of the final series of the day. Vancouver Surge and Cloud9 New York. Let's get it.
And honestly, maybe the best possible map for C9 New York, just to get the indication of how Attach and Sib are going to perform. Again, the two AR players that are struggling the most in the league at the moment, and this is a map where your AR players need to thrive. So we'll see how it pans out long term. In the short term, Mac, nice routes, trying to get that big steps control, and he's going to get it in absolute force on the map for C9.
Yeah, nice work. 3 seconds garnered. But no one's playing for that hill. No one wants it. No one's about it. Worried about map control. This could be going to the game clock. That's an early call from this commentator, but a just one at that. 15 seconds remaining on P1. Can Attach get it all?
I mean, honestly, yeah, you're not wrong. 40 seconds off the game clock, and we have not gone to our second hill yet. So you might be onto something, and maybe C9 will be onto a pretty clean rotation. They got eyes on Nasty as well. The trades rolling through. Sib there for the cleanup. And now the question is, how effectively do you read these spawns? Krempt inside the hill is going to be turning him and Mac one direction, and the other two duo from C9 worried about the other. So heads up about the spawns. Problem is, you still might end up down numbers depending on where the push is going to be come from. And right now, the minimap still scattered, but C9 has kept things under control.
Very much under control. Mac uses the force to take care of that one. Sib on the cut. 6-2 now. His spree comes to a close, and that's all dead. C9. Vancouver Surge opportunity to come back right here and now.
Yeah, C9 kept things under control until Charlie Hixie steamrolled through and was able to pick up 3. And I think Hixie has been the player that when he has had the hot hand and respawns and when he is shooting, Vancouver Surge thrive. When he is struggling, though, the team follows suit. So always got to pay attention to him, as if you're paying attention to minimap. C9 New York staying very far ahead of the rotation. I mean, they just won the fight for the scrap time. And on top of that, Sib is already posted up on new. This is going to be fantastic initial time coming in from C9, who already have a 20-point lead.
It's a sensational journey across the map to try to get over towards the parking structure now for the Vancouver boys. Hixie has done a nice bit of work and continues to do so on the approach towards this hard point. 0-4 in the back spawns. We're able to get at least one in there. Mac on the quick turn, though. Nice shots into the second. Another two-piece there for Mackenzie Meltz as he keeps the play going. The third on the hill. Nice work. He's looking at street soon.
Yeah, shout out to Mac, the absolute bailout player for the team. I was kind of shocked. C9 never read those back spawns coming through. I mean, that's like, to me, just a gimme. Everybody spawns in the back on this one, but whether or not they read it, absolutely gonna slam the door shut. I mean, Mac sets you up for the initial time. Attach is there for the potential cleanups, and even though he gets caught, once again, the scrap time should be going towards C9, and I mean, they've just been sort of steadily running away with this game. So casual and comfortable thus far on red card, and great news for the C9 fans. Attach and Sib doing pretty well in the same category.
That's all you needed. That's all you wanted. You got it. 10-7 now. 8-4 for Sib. Sprint over towards that new hard point. Surge are in. Nasty with the coverage in mid-map, and that's what you want to be seeing as a Vancouver fan. Nasty at that 5-10 alongside a Boozer. The ARs for Vancouver are being battered so far. Sib providing the coverage on the approach to the point. Krem managed to get on the inside there and take care of 0-4, so that keeps the hard point in the hands of C9. Nasty cut down. Max on a run with his 14-8. He's a difference maker.
He's been everything as well. He got the two-piece to really open up the break for C9 to begin with, and I mean, it cannot be understated. I don't know how much we've waxed poetic about Max so far this year, but the fact that he just took an entire year off and has come back and been the best player on this squad, to me, has been spectacular. So again, very happy to see Mac once again, especially so with the success he's had, at least as an individual, to get those team results to start pouring through. But again, comfortable lead so far, 70-point gap. Maybe this is the first time Vancouver actually have an opportunity to get back in this game.
Yeah, great looks from C9 New York in the rotation front. They've been winning the battles, and look at the scoreline as well. A clean and open hard point for now. 2 men down for Vancouver. That will be the last man alive on the point for a second. Abuza now getting in the mix. Can he find another kill here? No. Great work out of C9. Ruthless aggression and fantastic pressure keeps the hard point theirs.
Yeah, and that's a ruthless feeling as well, right? You finally get stable, win a rotation, get there first, and I mean, you just get broken oh so quickly, and now Mac is team killing, and it still takes 3 players to trade him out. So Vancouver Surge are simply not looking good, outgunned, outmatched, and outplayed for the moment. Even Kremp now on a 5 spree. Right now for C9 New York, this has just been a pretty comfortable feet up style red card.
Indeed. Well, after our first go around, it does not look pretty for Vancouver Surge. Mac is on one right now, folks. 20 and 11. He is the man. As we get into our second set of hard points so far, C9 New York in firm control, not only of the score, but of the kills as well.
And I'm worried about some of the players on Vancouver Surge, whether or not Boozer just ends up getting checked. He's double negative, and there is just no answer for Mac. It has always taken multiple players to take him down, and when Nasty gives you 2 in the feed, it doesn't make a bit of difference. You are right back to the wrong side of the map with some devastating spawns, and I mean, C9 in full control. They got the steps pushed out. They got ticket covered. They got players in the power positions, but Vancouver at least pick up a couple kills, but they got a long way to go.
Long way to go indeed. Well, New York, you've started things off hot. Second set so far, so good. Let's go for a quick listen in with the blue team.
H2 or H1 on my bad.
H1? Okay.
Yeah, one shot time, one's H1.
I'm stage right now.
I'm gonna pitch
H2
I'm gonna pitch with Mac then.
Stage 2 on the right, 3 on the right, one top, 2 on the right.
I'm pitching
on the right.
I'm pitching deep on time. He's still on time. Alright, play for I'm waiting for one stage. I'll stay middle. I'm pitching H1.
I don't see him at shit.
I'm H1, I don't see anything. He was AMP.
Yeah,
wait, stage we go.
One shot, Mac.
One stage, still stage. I need 2 instead. Oh, watch out. Mid door, middle red.
Top red.
Let's get top red. You want time.
One in court.
Oh my god.
I need a time.
You're gonna be middle. Go top. Get it.
I shoot that window.
Good shit. The spawning bar.
Yeah, he's top red right now. Nasty.
I'm waiting for the red fly. Let me know. I'm waiting for the mid pinch. Top red. Turn right issue. I need help. Alright, I'll pitch you.
Shoot that window to the sidewalk.
I on the sidewalk call out.
One more time. Over set.
Nice.
Nice forward. They spawned out. Court.
I'm top red. I'm blocking.
Bar court. I'm backing out. I'm back out. Sidewalk already. He's on time. This is one fucking corner. Oh yeah, I'm coming back to him.
I stun red.
Short. Abuza one shot. He's going short.
Sidewalk, Hixie.
He's just aiming. He's short still. I'm living third yellow.
Yeah, we saw him back here.
Each out, man. Fuck. Boost is on our top
I can
stairs.
definitely take your time out here. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna let her re-outer. On time. He's shot him. One shot time. He's on the close steps.
I'm going deep right.
Let's 60.
Someone go rails.
I'm pitching
Winning
rails.
Ivory top bus shot. Nothing here.
Waiting back steps.
In time. Abuza one shot.
I'm rails right now.
I don't see him on top. Top.
I'm telling you.
He's one on top. I don't one shot Hixie.
Make him in white. Stay alive. Yeah, they're falling back in
Yeah, there's one spawning out or dipped.
Behind you,
one shot dead.
Nice, take a shit.
I'm pitching
I'm
front.
pitching time as well.
I'm seeing dead window.
Nice time, one shot, dead. Bust. Outer as well. One step, just telling you. They got me, I was on shot. Nice, yep.
I'm gonna go back on dip. I'm in.
I'm
Still backstairs. Not
Stay
dead.
you're right.
Back
They're not
stairs.
at
One
best
bullet.
keys.
I realize he's out.
One bullet. You could take a ticket route.
I'm back and forth. I'm
I'll get time.
one middle. One top.
That's it.
I'll buck two.
A boost is wicked.
Not a bad listening there from C9 New York Chance. However, Vancouver Surge are slowly but surely getting back into this.
At the very least, showing some fight, but as you say that is a 3-man life in the feed, so maybe not enough of one, but we'll see how things develop. But right now, everybody's got the right gun in the right position. Kremp pulling out the AR off spawn, knows he needs to be prepared for the long-range engagements, and Mac has one as well. So C9 want the long-range fights, and they're gonna get them, keeping all this pressure nice and far away. Hixie, though, picked the right gun for the job in that moment, able to at least pick up 2, but you'd rather have the ARs over by the stage. A destructive hold so far.
Mac continues, folks, to be a multi-kill machine. Here comes another. 5th in a row. As he is on one, boys and girls. Perfect timing, perfect positioning, and the shots are immaculate. 6 in a row now. No real streaks to be contending with, but 36 and 20, keeping his boys alive in the time. Can his teammates get across for the rotation? Nearly winning 2 gunfights. He had no right to whatsoever. Here comes Surge into the point.
That has just been a monster player. This is an interesting spawn, too. Mac actually comes off spawn right behind all of Vancouver, so maybe the COD gods just want them on his side. Does enough work to maybe buy his teammates a little bit of time, and I mean, C9 will absolutely take that gift and just run away with it. 15 seconds left, and they will take map number 1.
The detonates there, slowing everything down. Krem up close there with the aims, finds 2. The third could be his as well, but no, Nasty battling very much to keep his team alive in this one. What a turn with a pistol on the pinch. Over to Sib, finds 2 on the point. Can he get number 3 and keep his team in the hard point?
Yes, he can. They didn't want to challenge, so he'll take the fight to them. That is 4-man off the map. Vancouver Surge, they're going to have to flood just to contest for a few seconds to force it to the new time. But make no mistake, this is GG, and this was an absolute Mac attack show. Best player in the lobby. It was not close.
Splendid start for C9 New York. I tell you what, friends. Your ARs were shooting. Mac, though, was doing it all. AR, sub, you name it. He picked it up, ran with it. Tremendous effort there from Cloud9 New York. That first map comfortably there is Vancouver Surge. A late resurgence. Too little too late, though.
You say late resurgent. I'm just stuck on the player cams again. I love my degree in armchair psychology. Nothing being said on that side. Nothing but devastation and bad vibes. Maybe the dark and cold weather getting to him a little bit, but that is all 4 players negative across the board. Shout out Zuma for the red carpet. Not ideal. The damage not even there from anybody on Vancouver. Mac doubles up effectively the entire Surge squad. And on top of that, 10 assists, a little bit of hill time, 37 kills. Again, MVP for Mac for sure. You obviously for C9 enjoyed the performances you got out of your AR players. Attached pretty solid in the slaying category as well. And him and Civ, I mean, just an incredibly comfortable game they were able to play.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for. I mean, the endless criticism we've seen for a lot of the players there on C9 New York absolutely righted those wrongs with a performance like that. Definitely what you are looking for. The shenanigans of Vancouver Surge weren't necessarily as present as they have been in the past. Hixie was very much contained, and Abuza, a player we've expected to be individually very, very strong, couldn't really get anything going there. So kudos to C9 New York, a game well played.
I don't even know where we necessarily go from here. I mean, I know S&D, but I just say for me, I'm very concerned about Vancouver Surge at this point, just as a team. They had like a pretty solid first week, but again, just looking at the players on the team, it just does not look like it's good vibes in that camp for the moment. That is certainly something in Call of Duty. Confidence is absolutely king, and going at S&D, Vancouver Surge, maybe at the start of the year, we would have expected it to be sort of a bread and butter game mode. Abuza, 04, Rookie of the Year, and like well, arguably, the 2 guys in contention, and S&D being some of their best game modes, but so far, those 2 players have struggled quite a bit in the maps 2 and 5, and that has been a pretty big thorn in this team's side. A lot of game 5 losses they've already taken.
But yeah, the game 5 ones, I mean, they're the ones that weigh on you the heaviest, and they really do come with you throughout a season. If they can avoid that now, let's find out, but you got to stop Mac. That's not going to be an easy thing to do whatsoever, and Sib seems to be finding the confidence here on BO6 alongside Kremp and Attach. Is this the turnaround moment for C9 New York? We'll find out. That's that's a big one, dude. That's a big comeback there from the P3 in the second go around, but that P4 was devastating to the chances of Vancouver Surge there. Wow, that 170 to 229 split. Oh dear. Kudos again to C9 New York. You take map 1.
That is crazy how red card goes as well. With how close the spawns are on every single hill, a lot of the hills play is just like a bang out. It is a head smash. You're taking gunfights, you know, a second off spawn. Spawn up, chuck a stun, chuck a nade, start shooting your gun kind of vibe. So it's not easy to lock down hills for a full 60, but the 2 best hills we saw, both for C9, and that's the difference maker. Like 8 out of the 10 hills, neck and neck, 50-50 sort of split. You finally get an advantage in the 2 teams. Well, the 1 team able to capitalize twice turns into a massive win. So well orchestrated effort there by C9. Vibes and comms flowing, everybody shooting their gun, and they're absolutely going to carry that into map number 2.
Gonna have to carry it into map number 2 because it's basically a map where you also have to be vibey and shoot your guns. Skyline, S&D, we've seen plenty of bangouts, haven't we, kid? Absolutely. And this is going to be a bang out again of epic proportions. The way that C9 New York are looking, the way that Kremp's always played, Max in good stead right now, should be a banger.
Going to be interesting too. Again, the sort of on paper dynamic for Vancouver Surge and Search and Destroy. You got everything you want, right? You have Hixie, who is one of the better objective players we have in the CDL, a player that will absolutely be active about getting the bomb down. And both 04 and Abuza had a ton of clutches throughout the years past, or well, last year rather specifically. So you have a good setup there. And of course, C9, similar kind of story. Mac back in like MW2 when he was playing with Sib. MW3? Which one did we not have a minimap? Whichever one that was, Mac had a year where he had twice as many bomb plants than anybody else.
Yeah, but he was the guy in that game. It was the New York roster.
I'm so stuck. No, well, yes, he was great in that year as well, but we had a minimap that year, right?
MW19, no red dots on the minimap.
Oh my God.
Yeah, easy to forget. Here we go. Big bada boom, nasty with a sub.
Didn't see that one coming.
Back over to attach. Look at a hungry baby here. Hungry crimp. Through the vent, you don't see too many of these, but this is a very viable nade spot. Cut down by 04. Numbers for C9 New York not there. Sib dancing. He's in trouble though on the retreat.
Yeah, he's just going to get back down. 04 doesn't have the chow. Just there to keep him contained, and maybe bites off a little bit more than he can chew. But this is a 1 versus 4 here from Sib. And I know we saw Simp pull one off earlier, but looking at this minimap, it is just not looking possible.
I mean, this is as far as he's been pushed. A favorable gunfight for Mo, but there you go. Surge strike first. It took a while, but they played it sensibly. No 1v4s here.
And shout out Nasty as well. Just getting that Jackal kill up top hallway. It effectively shuts down that entire push. You saw the idea coming out from C9, get the double nades across. If anyone goes for the peak, you're hoping for a freebie, but Nasty just a little too quick with it. Gets the first blood, gets out of dodge, and breaks it all down. In the meantime, 04 taking space. Not a player fearful of getting active. Gets down past you, over towards closet, behind enemy lines, and basically ends up in a spot where he can be the guarantee on the round. So efficient work across the board, and now Vancouver Surge, Hixie, bomb in hand, right over towards that A side. There you go.
Cheeky little nade that explodes just in front side of the bar there. Some more the clearance, and I get the bomb down, and so does 04. He gives his life for the plant. 3v3.
The unreadable. Yeah, I've seen that spot against me once in ranked. I stole it from the guy that did it to me. It's a guarantee.
Would it work twice? Caught out, and attaches there with the hops. Rips the head off a Nasty, but now back over to Abuza lounging by the sunshade. Hixie. No way.
Nice.
Last man Sib. And Hixie with a bomb down finds himself 2 on the round.
Nice wins too. I mean, the player that was behind him, Abu, is just so distant and like sort of out of the action that he has to win that first gunfight or the round gets broken down. And got the information on one, hard read to the second guy, and again, just a situation, right gun for the job. Jackal up close, the aims, stands absolutely no chance. So Hixie out there getting it done. And again, for the S&D prowess, I mean, they're getting the bomb plant down in the first 10, 12 seconds of the round. They're letting the action come to them. Vancouver, that is how you do it.
Nearly a teammate off the back of a teammate's head. Did a lot of damage to Krem. You're in. You find the first. Nice work from C9. New York, 3 in the feed. Hit Nasty last man. It's nearly perfect. It's perfect. What a bounce back.
And again, that's like the map, the way it plays out. The most standard sort of push is just head smash over towards A. You take the fights, you're going to be running in towards stun, running in towards nades. But if you're just trying to play bully ball, that's the way to get it done. So C9, no nades, no worry about top Paul, not trying to do anything creative. Just run it down and say, I'm better. And see if you can get that win and at least success in that round. See if they can bounce back and cook something up on defense, because Vancouver, I'd say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, they got that bomb down for free, so you can go right back to it, except 3-man stack. Things are different this time.
We're not showing a lot of love towards the B-bomb site so far, but there's a lot of players down there by TV. Mac, turnaround, Sun. You have got a target-rich environment. They're making a move for it, but Attach finds 2! Attach finds 2! And pressure down on a Nasty 1v4 game. That round was toast. C9 Another banger.
Head smash today. Say whoever's better is going to come out and win this one. I don't know exactly how many bodies were there for C9 to get that first blood, or if Sid just wins the gunfight against Abuza, but they just had the extra bodies there. And I mean, you saw Vancouver trying to work through the middle of the map. I thought it was going to be the right strat call, but it just simply gets red, attaches there to effectively handle business. And C9, nice back-to-back bounce back rounds as well. Keep head smashing, dude. Loving this A site.
Absolutely.
Or not, you know, you got options.
Before, I mean, that corner is a death trap. Very rarely do I see that one work out, but you got to give it a shot. Got to try to change something up here, but Surge down a man now in a very, very difficult place to be. C9 should be able to get this bomb down. They've taken a minute or two. They're now Hixie and Nasty there. They might be taking a couple of hits there through the woodwork, but oh, wow. Nasty finds one.
Oh, that's a huge catch. And you got Abuza getting a pick. So all of a sudden, 2v3. And they're trying to make plays and get active. Hunt these players down, even up the odds. And in the meantime, Vancouver Surge has done the exact same thing. It is the Wolfpack strat, the mentality. Group up together and run it down. Vancouver, they are just playing for trades.
I mean, we're still not getting the bomb down, and that's fine for now if you can get the kills. Oh, crap. If you jump over the top of that, it may have worked out. Watch the zip. Watch the back stairs. Get the trades done. Kremp caught in a bad position, and Sib. It's a 1v2 now from 1v3. Nearly impossible. Can you say nearly? And those shoulders. Oh, damage. Sib! Oh. Dios mío. What was that little button press? He could have had it. That's a tough one. But Surge, whew, happy to take that.
Yeah, that's brutal. The accidental melee gets you every time. And maybe Merc talk about it all the time. The lack of hit markers is obviously criminal. Don't know exactly how much damage he was able to do to both of those players, but the lineup for the second, it just makes you believe. But just the tragic melee, it happens constantly in this game.
It sounded like one at the very least on the shoulder throwing Hixie, but we'll never know. Unless we rewind the tape, but quite frankly, I'm not going to do that right now, are we, guys? We're in the next round. Here we go.
There's Nate. Vancouver slowing things down dramatically as well.
That's a concussion, excuse me. Uh-oh. This is a nade on the back of a child's car. A toy, if you will. I don't know where that one's going, nor does Hixie, but this one might connect. Attach, catch. Aha, there it is. There's an RC car in my kitchen. What time am I going to know? Problems over by the B-bomb.
Gonna break into P2. Okay, yeah, you're just gonna break into P2 if the car's down low, and you just didn't have enough pressure there for C9. Trying to clutch up in this 2v4. Sid kicks things off, and Mac is alive as well. So Mac now for a 1v3. If there's anybody that could do it on this team, this would be the guy I would bet on.
I mean, right now, he's the guy to do it. Slammage, though. Nasty with a perfect position, and the read. Gun was at the ready. Vancouver Surge starting to come alive in the series.
Yeah, maybe didn't give it quite enough acknowledgement, but the previous round, C9 actually doing a really good job to get the first bloods. Think they have the advantage, but Vancouver just able to clutch up on you. And a round like that in a series between two teams we expect to be tight, you get that one clutch, you're feeling so much better about your chances. Vancouver certainly in the driver's seat.
Starting to get that momentum rolling. This 4-2 is pretty dominant. If not for, again, a couple of individual, we call them bailout plays. A couple of pieces here or there. Some fantastic individual moments at that from Krem. Is exactly what you want. Nearly into the second there. Abuza's aims works perfectly, and it's a 3v3. And it's a fast counterattack here from Surge. Mac, get ready, mate. There they come. Number one, the second, the trades. Oh, but Sib at range makes it a very, very difficult fight to win. Attaching Sib now. The ARs take on Abuza. Whoa, good shots. Not enough. C9 back into it.
That gunfight's impossible as well. I don't know. I see C9. It's very close as well between these two teams, but I think they've had a few better strats on the attacking round. Certainly better at getting the first bloods and able to just play with a good touch of extra confidence. And it feels like their pace is just a little bit quicker as well. Maybe moments where Abuza is just able to catch cramp and get the odds even to a 3v3. You're feeling like there's a chance, but Even Mac in the corner. Doesn't matter if it gets red. Still just a solid gunfight win from him, and the coverage from his teammate. Absolutely perfect. In Vancouver, straight through the middle of the map they go.
Whoa, okay. And they pay for it. Hixie down. 04 trying to recover the bomb and take heads. He only gets one out of it. Nice stay out of Mac. So many problems to deal with here on the kitchen battle. Boozer trying to play patiently, but it might cost him here. Will anyone push further? Sib's timing. What a snap. Beautiful. Low. Nice shots, but not enough. 2v1. Nasty has got to rip Sib. And I don't think they heard the glass. He's looking for the bomb recovery as well. He should be able to do that at the very least, but not a lot of time. And a 2v1 is going to be tough.
Well, he's got the shackle, so willing to get up close and personal. There's first contact in the gunfight, and not even worse than NT4. That is just Sib shutting it down. C9 again off the brakes. It feels like their pace and just sort of like force is a little bit more of a presence, and you see the spot there from Sib. Great spot to use just generically for an AR player at any given time, especially on the P2 holds. You can see the piano across. You can cover right side if you need to and be right back on top of those steps. So incredibly useful power position, but C9 overwhelming force again, just controlling that A site, dominating that section of the map.
A's the name of the game here on Skyline. Prem taking the low route. You see a few of those. It's Hixie's RCXD. He's not entirely silent while stationary. Still makes a little bit of noise, but great spot to be in. Easy reads though. That's Hixie Boozer. Pressure on towards that bomb site. You've lost Nasty. You're down a man. You got to win a very tough trade battle now.
And bomb's going to get planted effectively for free. Gets down and gets out with his life. So a true 3v4 retake here for Vancouver, and simply nothing cooking. You at least get the trades out, but you're still a man down.
See, oh wow, checks every possible corner. His teammate's there for the pickup. What a play, 1v1. Hixie spots him out. Toe-to-toe with Kremp. I love this nade. That hits. Here comes Kremp to finish what he started. Hixie guns him to bed. What a round.
Oh.
Map point, Vancouver Surge.
Yeah, that is ice cold from Hixie in the player cam as well. Just ready for the next round, and maybe putting the fear of God into Kremp just a little bit. Had him down to 50 HP. Took away half his health with the frag, and Kremp, you thought he was sliding in for the trade. He hesitates just for a moment and gives Hixie the opportunity, and I'm going to slide into the bomb head glitch as soon as he healed up. I mean, that just became free. So Kremp, a hyper-aggressive player, sorely missed in that moment.
And that's one of those moments where he's like, he's confident. He thinks it's only Hixie. I can take him in the straight fight. Hixie's the kind of player, incredibly unpredictable, difficult to deal with, can never be overlooked or underestimated. And that is a moment that proves it so well. Here we go. Map point for Vancouver Surge. A hyper-aggressive hit here from New York. They're pushing right up.
Oh, Mac in a very delicate situation as well. But look at that. Just the Sid gets the coverage on Nasty and sets up the entire push from the team. That is beautiful teamwork from C9. We're shaping up for a round 11. 04, a player worth watching in the clutch, but a 1v3, this is looking very difficult.
Oh, they've got him. They've got him completely covered. He can fight his way out through the back here. He's never going to reach Sib. Laying down over there. Round 11, C9 New York. Off the back of a ridiculous two-piece from Kremp on grass. Here we go.
And I just love the aggression from C9. They've been dominating the A site quite consistently, but Sib gets Nasty one shot like bottom bed. And what happens is 04 was all ready to top plat, even though he started off on defense. He got there that quickly. And Mac, this same thing, took a route to get into your spawn that fast. And that's just the isolation to go and get that first blood. Obviously, Mac snapping in that round as well. But there's the gong, there's the setup, and it is C9 with defense for this final round.
Oh my. Mac, the go button has been hit, and he's sending it forward. He's going to run into a lot of trouble up here, but okay, the dip down the kitchen. Nobody home there for C9 New York. It might be a straight 4v4 retake, and I think it will be. Here we go. Bomb plant to decide the map.
And choices to be made as well. You try to wrap back through spawn. You got Nasty posted in a diabolical spot on patio. So C9, you don't want to take that route. You want to coordinate together and try to work through mid.
Lethal's tactical starting to run out. Here comes all the slide. Hixie saw them. Red dots populate the minimap at the pinch. We're in. Can Hixie find his? Toe-to-toe with Kremp, finds another two. It's down to a boozer. Nasty now has to reinforce. 15 seconds on the bomb.
There's just no time. Someone's going to have to hop in just a second. Still no one's going to be on it. Down to 10. You got to get to the bomb for the prayer, and Nasty is here. Has to win the first one, and he can't get it done. C9 with no time left on the clock. Win map number 2.
It's the veteran play from Attach. He knows the time. He jumps straight on that bomb, and that is a sensational save from C9 New York. The vet saves the map, and you stay up 2-0.
And that is just such a delicate moment, too. He just has to kill either one of them, and it's a guarantee getting the damage on the cross. And not to mention, that's a wall bangable spot for the defuse. If you can get out towards Hot Tub, you can just start lighting that thing up. So you have options for the clutch, but as you call it, veteran plays to make sure you hunt that guy down sooner rather than later, and don't give him the opportunity to clutch up. But there's C9 and tip it to Kremp. 5 first bloods is out of control. That's as good as you could possibly ask a player to give, and not just him getting the double digits off the back of it, Sib as well getting 10 and outputting crazy damage on Skyline.
I think I'm trying to remember who the last player was. I think it was Mac. He's also dragging aim assist as well. He's getting in front of that wallbang spot to make sure that he's not going to be able to get any tags in through it, just in case. Man, that was a delightful end to a very, very solid search and destroy there on Skyline. GG's. C9 New York way up after what was a very difficult opening couple of weeks for them here in BO6. I'm impressed. I'm enjoying it a lot, Chance. We've still got plenty of series ahead of us.
Absolutely not. Shaking some of that ping rust off. You got to do what you got to do, just like the desk. I'm sure has a good breakdown or two for us as well.
This is going to be a fun one. Alley Cat, I thought it was going to be 1-1. I thought it was going to be 2-0. We end up with the 2-0. It was a nail biter, though. That came down to 0.4 on the clock.
0.4 on the clock, but it came down to Kremp. What do you mean? Screw the clock. Kremp went God mode in those last couple rounds of that search and destroy. I mean, C9 goes 3 up, and then Vancouver trade 3 more back. The only thing is that C9 was putting so much pressure and roaming on the map. The second that they got a first blood off of the back of Kremp, 5 of them, they instantly pushed up the other side of the spawn in grass and constantly took up lanes and space on the map to get them these rounds wins. And for Kremp, what's funny is he hesitated in that one round. They loses the 1v1 versus Hixie, and then in the following rounds there's no more hesitation from him. I like to say if you have to hesitate, then you should already stop yourself because you're too late. Kremp takes that to heart. Bang! Gets the ace in the last round, wins them that map number 2 to go up 2-0.
Nameless, how often do you see teams lose around 11 and are able to bounce back from an 0-2 start?
Yeah, I mean, it's happened. History kind of seen a lot of reverse sweeps, right? So it's definitely on the table here, especially with how weak Cloud9 have been on the Game 3 controls 0-4 in it. So don't count Surge out just yet. But when I look at that map, man, it's just Kremp calling game in round 11. I mean, in this situation, like, he pushes up and he finds this, which was a massive kill. You got one guy you need to push out on their side, which they do. And if you're on the other side, if you're Surge, you know this. And if you're Nasty, you have to start to close space. There's not enough time for them to really defuse the bomb, right? So you have to close space and give yourself an advantage. He just unfortunately plays a little bit too slow, and now they find themselves down 0-2. So you have to win this vault control. But like I said, odds are in their favor in this map 3.
Mac melts was the story of game number 1 red card, but we also were keeping our eyes on the ARs. And the question we had was, how is Attach going to play in the hard points? Because he had a really rough week 1 and 2. Let's take a look at some of the numbers from Attach and see what he's contributed in this series.
That map number 1 was great for him. Now on this map number 1, you can see on your screen a 0.85 to a 1.45. Of course, all we have is this one series to go off of, but this is enough, right? That Cloud9 is the Cloud9 we were hoping to see in that opening hardpoint and red card. Sib, I believe, ended up being like 18 and 18. He was soaking up the hill time, and so maybe they finally found their roles, and maybe Attach is going to lean more into that Slayer role because we know what he can do.
We're diving deep into some really small numbers here, Nameless, but shout out to production who gets them this quickly. The question I have is, what is his role moving forward? You're in the driver's seat with a 2-0. Is there any pressure on this man?
Yeah, I mean, I think in that first map, like, they did a really good job controlling hedges, which on, like, Stage Hill and on P2, in P1 is, like, you have to prioritize that, right? So I think for him, just trying to be in the right spot at the right time and control the pace of the game, which is exactly what he did. And we saw Mac piggyback off that and fry, like, 37 kills, right? So you have to have structure with this roster, and I think that's what Attach is providing, especially on that red card, which now officially is their best hardpoint map.
With that structure, the whole team is finding their form, especially most recently, Sib and Kremp. Let's take a look at their map 2 domination. It's basically, 1,600 and 1,700 damage each, Alley Cat.
So they combined for the 6 opening duel win rates, but 5 of them fall over to the Kremp side of things. Kremp was everything in the later half, but I will say Sib's early rounds is what kind of kept them into the game.
Let's keep a look at where we're at in our minor. This is day 1. It's a whole new tournament style, single elimination. All 12 teams are in. But at the end of tonight, we'll send home our 4th. Will it be Surge or will it be Cloud9 moving forward to play Royal Ravens? Right now, it's looking like Cloud9 in the driver's seat.
My prediction was Cloud9. I still think it's going to happen. And man, they can't get set too early, though, because you never know what can happen in the series. You've already seen a reverse sweep. Could happen once again.
All right, we've got about 30 seconds before the games begin, so let's take a look at our map 3 and what we expect to see moving forward if we get through Vault. Skyline Hardpoint, is this a good map for Vancouver? Can they force a Game 5?
Not a great map for Vancouver. These are more slower style players. They're not going to love a small map like this, especially with the way that Mac and Kremp are playing right now. Skyline Hardpoint is the last one that they want to spawn against.
And just to reconfirm, I picked Cloud9 to win this, right? Yep, that's what I thought too. Miles and Chance, take it away.
That's what we all thought, Chris. Well done, mate. No, I didn't know coming into this one. I really had a lot of faith in the way Surge would come out and play this one. But so far, they've been taken to task by C9. Great looks from them. See how Vault Control goes in just a moment, Chance.
Yeah, and I'm at the point where I'm very concerned about this like Surge roster, because even if the reverse sweep happens and like decent control team, they can make things happen in the respawn. I'm staring at like a red card Game 5, and Vancouver Surge have been spamming red card S&D to no success. I mean, they've had effectively the exact same strats that they just sort of send over on the flanks on offense. They do the same thing over and over and over again, and they have not gotten a different result. So if we get there, it'll be exciting to see if they've mixed things up, but it's going to be a long time before we potentially get there. Abuza has been a tank in control. You're going to need that and then some right now, because Attach and Sib, they have not been faltering the way they might have had in the first 2 weeks. They got the ping rust off. These guys are good to go.
Yeah, they're real. Let's go. Here we go. See what they got in Vault Control. C9 on attack first. We're going to see Vancouver Surge. We're flooding right through. And
never mind, dude. Chalk it up.
Chalk it. You might be looking at a very awkward counterattack situation here, but Mac's going to make the most of it. Trades done, and you're in on the zone.
In case anybody's confused, that is Attach while he's cooking a frag. A nade lands at his feet and blows it up in his hand. So frankly, just good free nades coming out of Vancouver. It's the default. You just chuck it over mid. You'll get so many kills doing it.
It happens, and it's really annoying, but it happens. Good shots there from Kremp on the 3 down right now for Vancouver Surge. That's an issue. Last man left alive, Pixie, and he's keeping the boys pinned down. Nice work on a Sib there. He finds his 5th in a row off the rip.
There's about to be a tick on the B zone.
Yep.
They have to leave just Attach on it by himself. Max there for the reposition, but you get at least 1 tick, so already you're, mildly happy about the situation, but much more concerned about Hixie, who is now on a 6 spree.
Yeah, the tick is great, but the life count, it's starting to get real big. That's definitely not what she said. Back over towards A, we now go. A lot of pressure now through the middle of the map. It's just annoying for C9 New York all over the place. Hixie is still roaming, trying to get the knife in the back of Mac. It's a no-go there as he gets brought down. The spree comes to a close. You save the B zone. 36 seconds left on this thing, though. Can you stop it? Kremp is a nightmare to kill as well. Second seg A complete.
And this is a decent little stack as well. Going to get 3 players on it, and that is going to do the trick. Not even a fight from Surge on the retake. They're trying to set up for the kills after the fact, which they're not going to get. Sib and Mac, that long-time duo, both wins their ones, and it's Abuza behind enemy lines over towards Gold that maybe is going to be the savior for the squad, but Attach on the flip side. Maybe a nice little highlight, drags 2 to the grave, but for Vancouver, they will be much quicker off respawn.
Attach with the pistol. Wow. Big fan. 04 finds 2, brought down immediately. 110 on this one, and the life count is right back in there. C9 New York. What a flurry of kills, what a flurry of activity, and now one last stab at B. Halfway through it. Here come the nades, and there are the trophies as well, so we're in for a fight.
Oh, and Abuza got caught. Sib wins the gunfight, so now it's all guns forward, and that was sort of the anchor for the team. You needed Abuza to live, and now everybody is falling on Vancouver.
Oh, wow.
Desperation effort. 2 ticks are already through, and this is looking like it's going to be a C9 round win.
Krem goes huge. The old left-right slide. Good night. Round 1 attack. C9 New York.
Yeah, and that's the type of setup that if you get it in ranked play on defense, you seem like it's golden. You get a guy behind the screen, and you can shoot everybody in the back. It is so difficult on the attacking teams to manage that situation, but big difference between ranked and the pro level. C9, super heads up plays. Everybody knows the situation. They're waiting for the guys to get in position to force Abuza to look forward, let Sib go get that kill, and make sure no one overcommits at the site. And of course, as soon as C9 start attacking, I mean, they just jump all over it. Monster plays being made there. C9 with a pretty sizable advantage now on this map.
Two Surge can put it right back. A big slow round on defense there from Nasty. See how the attack goes. Oh, you just get past some of the frags, but oh, you take so much of a hit there. 04, 9 HP, stays alive. Oh, and he's schmoving. Beautiful shots there in a Sib. Will be taken care of, and Sib somehow catching Nasty out there with a submachine gun in hand, and that is a devastating blow. Takes you onto the zone for nothing. Beautiful hold so far from C9.
Yeah, unfortunate little moment. 04 just doesn't quite give his teammate enough time to be there in position for the trades, but this time 04 is just good enough to be the one-man wrecking crew. Picks up the 2-piece, and as it gets shot in the back, how do these trades develop? It is the chaotic moments around all these pillar fights, but Krep, maybe he just lives for it. That is 3 in a row, has a little bit of help, finally falls, but now Attach waiting in the wings in top cat, and oh man, it's after the sub in his hands. You miss it.
Vintage pieces. 36 seconds on the clock, paused. Attack over towards the B side of the map. That's where we are right now for Surge. But Krem's trying to stop this play right here and now, and he does again. Magnificent game of Vault so far from that man.
There's just going to be such a long way to go for Vancouver. Dealing with a C9 that is shooting hot, getting the trades where they need him to. Attach just entering for the rest of his team, and right now Vancouver maybe picking up the extra kills, but on the game clock is just 15 seconds, and they don't have progress on either site. And Mac from the depths of hell able to pick up a 2-piece, and Vancouver just not really a coordinated effort just yet to get to this zone. Maybe this could be their moment, because Kremp found a way to die.
3-man stack, 3-man stack. This zone is gonna fly. Attach from down low, quick contest. Enough to cause some problems. Abuza wins the fight up by B, so now 2 dead. This is a big moment. All right, if you get the numbers across fast enough, can Attach slow them down? He does. Can he find any more kills out of this life? No. Reinforcements now in position to at the very least contest with the attack on a B. But whoa, Abuza finds another. Nasty fighting forward as well. The trades are nearly done. Is it enough to get more men on the zone?
Well, yeah, it's a 4v3, so I don't know how Kremp managed to kill himself. I didn't see where he was on the mini-map, but like, it didn't seem possible. But as he lags out, Vancouver, they're just going to clean up on this B zone, but this is one for the rest to decide. But clearly some kind of issue taking place for Kremp, but wasn't his controller. I mean, his controller was working great. Kid was shooting. Something else going on, a little bit of funny business is a 5v3, and C9 just simply don't have the numbers in more than one way.
Yeah, in more than one way. Well, we'll leave that to our referees to decide. An awkward situation indeed.
I don't know if it was a bug, if you ran off the map as a means of saying that there was some sort of problem, or if it, like, I have no clue, but I saw the mistakes were made and I couldn't see what happened on the mini-map, but like, unless you're running out of bounds, I don't think it's really possible.
I'm not sure. Not sure, mate. We're waiting for an official call here from our referees. But in the meantime, a hard-fought battle from C9 New York. And Vancouver holding on in the control. I'm still just loving the Mac performance, man. Kremp's really having a go this map. Mac's been the man in the first 2.
it's his consistency as well. I'd say is the biggest thing for me. It's not just like one random series here or there where Max had like the pop-off performance. Even at Kayson's tournament, he ran before the year really like and truly got kicked off. That was our first like good look at how Mac is going to perform. And admittedly for the team of C9, didn't do so hot in the tournament, but Mac, no rust at all, absolutely fried from everything we saw from him, which is wonderful to see. And he simply has not stopped. He's a little too close to his cam, but outside of that, he's been great.
Big talking point here from this series again has been the performance of the ARs for C9 New York. Attach and Sid both having a great series. Definitely contributing massively to the success they've seen against Surge so far. But again, folks, this is a one and done here in Minor 1. If you lose, you are done for the weekend. You will not have a chance to receive any more CDO points or a slice of the $20,000 first place only prize. We'll take a look at the bracket once again. The winner of this going up against the mighty Carolina Royal Ravens. That is going to be something. Breach and Optic waiting there as well for a battle towards that semi-final position. Thieves phase, that's going to be a real treat. And another purple showdown. The purple team's at the bottom side of the bracket. Who's coming out on top? Ultra. They got to see what Rocker were all about today against the Gorillas mates, and see those guys go up against each other tomorrow. But a fantastic look so far at Minor 1. It has been a ton of fun. Had some crazy matches those shots. That first, that Vault Hardpoint Falcons Optic, sensational. Heretics versus FaZe, the red card was really good. So, I mean, we're seeing upset maps here or there. I mean, great performances individually and great performances as teams. But, I mean, I don't think there's really been an upset so far. Don't think we've had that.
Not at all.
These kind of,
and
you know.
for sure. And not that it's like necessarily an upset, it's a kill record thing, but the fact that Xnet just dropped a 50 bomb. Didn't know how many 50s we were going to see on the year. I'm expecting that number to very much be in the single digits. And I assure you, that was not one of the players I was thinking was going to be on that list.
Nope.
And certainly not against a team like Optic. So that was a crazy map to watch. And of course, dropping 50 for the L is a very strange dynamic. So not happy about that, but enjoying watching those guys shoot their guns. And then, just to fill a little bit more, Carolina Royal Ravens, the best professional sports team in Carolina by a mile. My God, the Panthers and Hornets suck. Admittedly, the Panthers might have a bright future.
Well, everyone has been looking good. The Carolina Royal Ravens in particular have been looking good. And we've yet to see them look super good in game. And you too can also look good in these skins, folks. That's right. All of our CDL skins are now available in the COD store. Go grab them. You've got C9 in game right now. You too could dress up your launchers. Everything in these absolutely delightful camos. Everyone's got custom-made weapon charms as well. I think it's an Ethernet cable that the Heretics have got there. There's a little diamond nut that the Toronto boys have put together. Oh yeah, baby, that nice white FaZe skin. Look at that, giving that boy the bat. Yeah, all these skins are all available. Very, very good looks here from all the squads. Everyone's done a great job. Thoroughly enjoying the way the skins have looked, and also, I mean, the amount of skins I've seen in ranked play already. I played a kid from Optic today. There was a couple of actually more than I thought there would be. A lot of Falcons. I think the Falcon skin goes pretty hard. That dark green's really good. Obviously, Rocker repping the red eye of Odin. Very cool stuff, guys. You can grab these as well right now in the COD store. So Heretics play today. C9, their home and away kit's also looking pretty sweet. Chance, you have a fave? You can just say Carolina, actually. Just say that. Just do it.
Say, what was the question?
Who's your fave? You have a fave?
I think, well, for like the player skins or like whatever the phrasing would be for that, I don't know. I don't change mine ever. I still run default for the most part. I think the Boston one. The Boston one was super creative, and then I think FaZe's also looks like very clean. Toronto also pretty solid, but then on like the weapon camo front, Vegas Falcons, honestly kind of nice. Like it doesn't look like it, at least it didn't to me at first, and then I saw it in a game and I was like, damn, that's kind of clean. It's not bad. So certainly some fun ones. Good shout on the Ethernet cable as well for Miami, and
I love that.
See who like turns into rank play demons of like who are the actual good players, because it's always fun to see how that meta develops in ranked.
I remember it was in Cold War, whenever you saw a Florida Mutineer skin, you were like, he's actually going to be really good. And they were always really good. If you ran the Florida Mutineer skin throughout the Cold War season in the rank play, in league play, you knew you were good. But folks, speaking of good, Major 1, we're going to Madrid. Get your passports ready. If you haven't already grabbed yourself a ticket, we are descending upon Spain for the first time, I think, ever in Call of Duty history for a fantastic tournament. The gorgeous city of Madrid. We will be gracing it with our presence. and you will be there as well. Grab your tickets and make sure your passports are in order, and make sure that all of your visas, Estes, whatever you need from the country you're coming from to attend this one, because tickets are flying right now. Toronto Ultra putting this one alongside Koi, and see, already sold out the Reserve Bowl and the GA Bowl. Those are all that is left. So this one is selling out fast, folks. First ever COD League major in Spain. Get down there, we'll be there. It's going to be a real delight. I'm getting to meet a lot of friends and long-time viewers for the very first time who weren't necessarily able to make it to some European tournaments back before COVID, and now we're back. We're going to Madrid. It's going to be a real treat. But again, all of these teams will be there, and it is going to be incredibly important for them. Many, many, many points on the line. Many points, huge points. I know points. A lot of points being grabbed there for that run-up to champs, boys and girls. Charles, you like points?
Shout out 47. Yeah, absolutely love points. They're a great thing to have, and especially at the start of the year. Quite literally is the type of thing that can help like define and like make careers in a sense, because when you go and like do a CDL point deficit at the start, it quite literally creates misery for the rest of the year for any given team. If you dig yourself in a deep hole on the points front, it is so difficult to get out of, and that means roster changes. Everybody starts to mix things up, but so far, the mixiest thing in this series has just been Krem's feed lagged out of Vault Controller. I don't know if it was lagged out or what the hell happened to him, but he had some sort of issue. Finally resolved. We jump back into it as it has been C9's series. It is going to be a 1-0 round count in favor of New York, which means they'll be back on the attack. No, Vancouver's on the attack now. That's right. C9 won the first attacking round. Crazy.
Yeah, they did. They did. They captured B last. It was great. Attacking round now from Surge, and that's a lot of ordnance up the corridor, and that's 2 down already. Wow, Surge, you're in trouble now. Nasty have to back on up. He's been fully stunned. He's going to be called out, and here comes Sib right into the jaws of Nasty. Nasty takes a big old bite out of him, and the hip fire does actually nearly get the job done. So trades are going to be done, and now Untouch. Wow, nice shots out of 04. A lightning fast opener here, as what a lovely recovery from Vancouver Surge.
Ooh, Nixie might be the guy to help that recovery out. Awful timing there. Unfortunate for him. And yeah, extremely unfortunate, because you turn your head and Kremp gives you 3. So that's a painful moment for Vancouver, who again, vibes not exactly flowing on that team. Gonna be tough to bounce back from.
Yeah, and we got ourselves another attached sub moment here. Oh, Kremp, man, the snaps are on point right now. Tash taking routes. Nasty and Hixie find their kills, and that gives Vancouver space back on towards the A zone. Now, there should be a segment if they can close out. They can. Beautiful stuff. Right out of spawn. Here come New York.
Well, there's the fight you're looking for. There's the extra couple kills in the feed. Attached doing a little bit of damage to keep at least B zone secure, but no funny business there. Attached just trying to go through bottom vault into a firing squad, so Vancouver Surge heads up in the moment, but the dust might settle on the A zone, but it is going to be a long way to go for the B zone. Attached now, the aim's in hand. And Hixie, high IQ plays, you think? It's the information, feeds a Booza a kill, and now is taking the route to go towards Art. You hunt this man down, you get the kill, and things open up, and Mac not prepared. Hixie in the perfect spot.
Yeah, oh yeah. It takes the angle that makes sure he is not spotted on the approach towards this building. And now you pick a corner, any corner. 2-man counter-attack now from Cloud9. First man in. Hixie gets them both. Another big old 6 spree for him, and all dead right now for C9. Stack that point, boys. You've got the read on the player in the middle, and that should be the round. Trophy in position on the front side of the truck, so absolutely nothing is getting through that. Here comes the last-ditch attempt. No lives left, not that it mattered. Beautiful work out of Vancouver Surge.
Yeah, and that is such a perfectly played moment there from Hixie. Like, gets the timing, watches a player go through, calls that out to his teammate, doesn't shoot him, doesn't give away his position at all, and as soon as the kills start flowing through, just has a dead sprint to go and take down Mac, who had no idea that flank was coming through. Then he repositions, picked up the 2-piece back spawn. A lot of players just continue to play for kills in that moment, because frankly, still probably going to win the round if you do that, but not Hixie. Towards the zone, gets a trophy out for the team, wins the final few gunfights. I mean, that is an absolutely perfect sequence coming from him. Tie this up at 1-1, and I mean, he opened the game up on a 6 spree. Now he just ended that round on an 8. He deserved that Christmas.
He certainly did. Meow. Gets himself another. Ooh, perfect read on Mac. The timing's not going to be great though, but he's there for it. And now looking for the next set of spawners. That's an issue. Dealt with. 10 spree right now for Charlie Hixie, keeping the play going as long as possible. Gets his boys to push up. But nice work there out of Krem. That stops that counter-attack, and now you're right back to square one. C9 still on the attack, still making something happen here, but it's just corner after corner here for Vancouver Surge.
They're just absolutely like prowling these outer lanes. Every single player right now on C9 is just getting constantly peppered up, shot in the back, turning heads, and just gunned down anybody that tried to make a play and sneak through. Wiped off the map. And you're just back to square one with some player in your spawn. Not fun to deal with and nasty. Give that man a PC check. As Hixie
Something's wrong.
has got the same issue, dude. What is
Something's
going
wrong.
on?
Yeah, that's a tough one. We might be replaying this round again, but yeah, Hixie was very much out of the game there. We'll wait for the referees to fully call this before we do call it, but for now...
Is this like a vault control thing? What's going on?
There's something going on. We saw Hixie there, unable to really move. Oh yeah, he's having something. He doesn't look... Yeah. Doesn't look very normal, does it? That's a tough one. A very, very unfortunate series of events here. This vault, the longest vault control of all time. Dare I say, is this the Ardennes Forest chance of BOC?
Okay, calm down. Let's not
honestly, that's
bring
so
up
messed
those
up.
memories.
That's so messed up.
But I just don't know what happened because I'm assuming Kremp might have run into like the same issue. And then there's a player on the Falcons that I think also on a vault control had the... I mean, I don't know if it's the exact same thing. Maybe this is just a coincidence, but at this point, 3 is a pattern. We need to investigate. Detective Miles on the case.
No, here's what I think, my dear Ashworth. Every single time a player makes their way up towards the B-bomb site and they're cooking a frag grenade, any time they manage to make the past the threshold in towards the zone and did a quick contest, always seems to be an issue. If, perchance, that the black fan hasn't exploded and they're still holding the frag grenade while on the contest, there seems to be an issue with their PC. This is what I've deduced from the previous games we've seen today.
Trying to think.
Sorry, there's a lot of noise in the
British
background.
name for a house. We got homes, we got house, and then
Chateau. It's French.
Chateau. A Bovis home?
Abode, yeah. You go with abode.
Well,
my
not an
humble,
abode.
my
Well, I'm
humble
thinking-
abode.
We'll talk about it later. That's okay. But abode absolutely qualifies. That's not quite what I'm going for, but I don't know anymore. All I know is tied up 1-1. Hixie's a force, and anytime we get a reset, he just goes on a spree. So that is sort of the focal player in my mind for respawns for the side of Vancouver. Even from what we saw in the first qualifying stages, Hixie fried week 1. Team was looking great off the back of it, and then had a few of those 0.7, 0.8 kind of performances in week number 2, and the team suffered off the back of it. So you see when Hixie is playing well, the team just immediately has a tremendous amount of success. And if he's going on the spree, the types of plays you get to see him make are perfect Call of Duty plays, incredibly heads up at all times. He's a fun player to watch.
Really fun player to watch. We're going to watch now some more CDL TV. That's right, folks. Quick break. We'll get this all sorted out. We'll be right back.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
back to this CDL. Wow, what is going on? Look, he's the master fight. This guy is just, that's unbelievable.
Okay.
I knew we were coming back to him. This is not what I was expecting.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 I'm dead. I'm dead. No way.
By self revive?
Nope. Honestly, it works out. I'm starving. Marissa calls these my old man ship. Go out and Joe, I eat a bunch of tacos. Did you win? How do I have the same amount of eliminations as you?
Yeah, that's some horseshit there. There's no way that's true.
Do you agree with Smokes not being in respawn?
I do personally, yeah.
You do personally?
I do too.
I don't. I think it would make the viewing experience worse.
What did I just see on my screen?
Who was that guy? Did you see that?
No.
Who the fuck was that guy?
I don't know.
Welcome
what
to
happened on the
Citizens over
screen?
there
I
on
missed
YouTube. There was some random guy, like, see how they have the quad box? Like,
Yeah.
there was some random guy just like in the all four boxes, and he looked like he was going crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Welcome back, folks. Well, we've done the very best job we can at piecing together this crime, and currently nothing. But for the time being, we've reset the lobby, and it's going to be 1-1 between our two heroes, Cloud9 New York and the Vancouver Surge, in this endless battle on Vault Control.
Yeah, I think just like a scanner repair kind of situation. So I still have nightmares about that phrase. I'll never forget Cold War of what it was like at the start. Oh yeah,
it was bad. It was real bad. I remember it in Vanguard as well. It was pretty prominent. It was tough, man. I remember not being able to load up the firing range while we were searching rank for a while in MW3. That gave me the heebie-jeebies.
See, that is the type of thing that doesn't bother me in the slightest, and then you would crash out like once per like day doing that because you can't help yourself.
Can't help myself. I've got to get up. I'm shooting bots. I'm really enjoying the firing range in this game though, being able to have that like moving target and whatever that recoil board does.
There's a recoil board
That's
in
what
there?
I'm saying. Exactly.
I've spent so much time in there, don't even know what you're talking about.
Really? Have a look. Check it out. Check it out. We're going to check out the maps and modes as we get through this series as well. Just in case you forgot where we are, boys and girls. It is 1-1 still on Vault Control, but it is 2-0 in the series because C9 New York, my goodness, they've come to play. Red card, a thing of the past. Skyline, they clutched up 2 rounds in a row and a sensational finish. The old vet attach with a superb defuse in the final moments. 0.4 seconds to spare. What a badass.
And yeah, not only that, but like pretty consistent plays. I don't even know if 6-5 really tells the whole story because I've really enjoyed C9 sort of gameplay today. Red card, super clinical, Maka, an elite performance on it, but making moves, like everybody getting involved in search and destroy. So, I mean, I know Kremp and Civ certainly had the shining light there in the statistical category, but just waiting to see if they can get things done. And a 1-1 record has actually been 2 offensive rounds that have been won by either team.
Crazy.
In sort of different styles. For Vancouver, it was Hixie just making the perfect play, going on an 8 spree, getting into Yard, forcing out the back spawns, basically doing everything you could possibly ask him to do. And for C9 is a little bit more of a bully situation, kind of running it down, but similar stuff, getting into the mix over by Yard. So we'll see who can just be the first team to clutch up on defense. Certainly slated the favorability on that side on a Vault Control, because believe me, do we have the data?
We do have the data. Despite some of our players trying to thwart our data collection experts by quitting out of lobbies early, you know who you are, and I know you're listening. Lovely shots from Attach right off the rip. We're going to get ourselves a little bit of left over towards the B-bomb side, B zone. What do you know? Crimson on the capture. Nice shots out of Nasty. Mr. Submachine Gun, by the way. A man that can do it all. I bet he's a good cook too.
You know what? I would just love some beans and toast from that guy. Maybe a little bit of a pot pie.
This is all very good, generic English
Steamed
food. Well
ham.
played. Well played, sir. Just call it like a Buckinghamshire pasty, and the chat will never know that's not real.
Oh, it's Shire. Yeah, I was about, isn't that Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, it is. Get in there, baby. Mac finding a couple. The Boozer, he's going to be a problem from back here. For how long, though, is the question. As Surge have won the kills. I'm sorry. It was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
They're in their spawn, by the way. I mean, it was an interesting B hit. They got the first section of kills, and NASA really does close it down. And off the back of that, Vancouver are just circulating in the spawn. If you look at, like, Abuza's mini-map, by the way, he knows he's not going to be getting too many kills, but he's just controlling the spawns. He's blocking the gold spawn, leaving up the deep one open, and just forcing them to go through P2. So it is a well and true blender, and they are thriving. Finally, Abuza falls, but in the meantime, 0-4, 6-1 start from him on a 3 spree, and C9 just nothing cooking so far. They are down 21-14 in the lives column.
Wait.
A miracle to win this round.
We've had plenty of miracles. Oof, that nearly was a miracle. 2 dead. Vancouver up. Contest 0-4 gives you the red dots, and now Chaser. Get in there, Hixie. Get another. No, it's all 4 down, and this is the making of a miracle chance.
And how far can Mac actually get and stay alive? He's assuming that they're already inside of Art, so he's playing a little bit different route, but there's number 1 just trying to be a nuisance. So he has guaranteed his team this A zone, bar 0-4 popping absolute pieces, and while he gets cut down, A zone secured, everybody else in position. They are surrounding the B zone.
Surrounded. Plenty of mans on it. Trophies, we'll see in a moment now. There it is. My goodness, and a hail of fragmentation and glass. Gets rid of the player on point. Incoming Krem. Dives on, keeps it going. Might be looking at a segment. Oh no, they jump off for a sec. Kill Mac. No, you don't. Mac can finish the capture.
And 7 life lead cut down to 2, and they could have gotten no ticks, and instead they got the little bit extra. Now it's a 9v8. Now you're running out of spawn. Things are collapsing. They're breaking down. Abuza trying to save them, but you can't get past Sib for the moment. This might just be another offensive round.
Might be. It's not over yet though. Mac with shots again. The timing, my goodness, he's unstoppable. Mac, can he find another one? Yeah, pushing forward. Allow the boys to finish the capture. Another attacking round. C9. Delightful.
21-14 on the life count. Vancouver Surge had the diabolical spawn trap getting set up, and they just collapse in, like, not a ton of confidence coming out of the Surge boys by the look of it. For how good they open things up, they end up just getting slaughtered. And Miles, I should have trusted you more. Maybe miracle was too bold of a word, but for them to pull that off. And keep in mind, it went from 21-14 on the life count, and I think C9 got reduced to 6, while Vancouver got reduced to like 2. So the slang absolutely got flipped. And granted, it has been 3 offensive rounds in a row, but if you've paid attention to the series, you just imagine C9 New York. I mean, they won the red card with their feet up. They've had to work since then, but they are in prime position for this 3-0.
This could be the 3-0.
That's a true teammate kill.
What have you got, Vancouver? So far, it's not a lot. Mac continue the dominance here. What a shot of the second man. Here comes the third. Has Mac been cut down? Enough space now to fight their way out through the B street at the very least. Nasty now trying to clear up the full side. Can Krem deal with him? No. Pressure now on. Surge flying through. Here comes Attach. No, he's down and out as well. They're under the A zone.
Yeah, C9 playing a little bit safety. 2 players getting sent over towards B Street. I think Kremp correctly called out 3 players working the B Street, but C9 again, a little bit safer in this moment. Just trying to keep things stable and under control, trying to swarm this A zone, and successful at that. Attach gets the final kill. The A zone has been saved, and Vancouver Surge back to square one.
He literally dives to save the point. Wow. Unbelievable timing. Another clutch moment from Attach. Clock now ticking. The final moments of Vancouver Surge in -1. Can 04 find a couple here? Oh, Krem, what a win. 3 dead. Nasty. Last man up for the team. And he's fighting. 25 seconds to go.
Can't get number 3, though. Would have been nice if he had gotten it, but too much to work with. Attach does get back down, but no, maybe not. Just flies straight in. Vancouver can't get it covered, and vintage Attach. God, he looks good.
He's looking fantastic. Final 10 seconds here. You've drained the progress at A. It's the last chance through pool. The man of the moment could be Abuza. Can he make the hit on towards the zone? The slide. He's in. He stops the clock, but his teammates aren't there to pick it up yet. Kremp. Final kills. C9 from rags of the first week to riches now in Minor 1. They take care of Vancouver Surge 3-0.
Just a dominant performance as well in effect. A couple offensive rounds being won on vault control, a red card where Matt could simply do no wrong, and Vancouver at least fought back on the S&D, but a very clutch round 11 as well coming in from C9, where they had to win the final 2 rounds. It's a nice little comeback there. C9 New York doing all the little things right, and as you pointed out, maybe from rags to riches, looking like a much better team. Attach and Sib might have had the bottom 2 KDs for AR players in the league, but played so much better